Today I am here talking about your skin through the decades. Today is the decade of the 30s because we did the 20s on the previous one, so we'll do the 30s today. So with your 30s you might find that your skin is looking more dull, less radiant, and this will be because the skin renewal is decreased. As we get older, our skin takes longer to regenerate through the cell layers, and this starts to give the look of our skin being dull and tired. Now, aging begins to show round our eyes, where the crow's feet are, and also in between the forehead. Two lines in between the forehead often start to appear, and we can also start to get the nasolabial fold in shadow, get shadows here, and they can appear and they can start to get deeper during your 30s. So something else that you might notice during your 30s is patches of pigmentation. I've got a little patch here that you can see is getting better, but they're dark patches that are flat and brown. They're usually flat and brown. So they tend to start to appear. They can be forming in our younger years, sort of before we're 18, they tend to form in the deeper layers, and then they become more visible on our skin as we get older. Something else that you might find you're starting to suffer with is dilated capillaries around your nose. So you may find that redness that's on your nose and your cheeks is staying with you, and when you look very carefully you might be able to see that the capillaries are actually evident on your cheeks and your nose, and that is something else that can happen in this age group. So obviously this is the beginning, and anything you can do at this stage will help to reinforce your skin health and will start to make your skin react like a younger skin, and so will give you that radiant boost. With self-care, the best thing to do is to use an exfoliant, which will increase the cell renewal. There's two types of exfoliant. You can use a physical exfoliant that has little beads in it, which are not such a good idea these days. Be very careful what you're using, and be very careful how you're physically breaking down your skin's barrier. Or you can get a chemical exfoliant which has well, a lot of them have AHAs and BHAs in, and they are a conditioning lotion, so they're a bit more like a toner in sort of consistency, but they work much better than a toner, and they will take off those dead skin cells and remove those dead skin cells for us on a regular basis, so allowing that regeneration of the skin cells from the basal layer up to the surface, and that's then how we get that younger looking skin. If we get that cell renewal going quicker, we will get the younger looking skin, more radiant skin on the top. So the second tip I have for you is to use retinol, and use retinol 3 to 4 times a week, and this will help to reserve your collagen stores in your skin, and so your skin will look more youthful for longer. Now with retinol, it's good to make sure that you've got a good grade of retinol that's encapsulated, because that will have less negative effects on our skin. And if you've used retinol in the past, it might be that the retinol has been too strong for your skin, and that's why, if it hasn't agreed with you, that could be why it hasn't agreed with you. So if you would like to ask me any questions about retinol, please feel free. Retinol comes from the vitamin A, is a vitamin A derivative, and it acts as a 6th layer in our skin and places itself under the 5th layer of the epidermis, under the basal layer, and it pushes the skin cells up. So you will find that most of you will be able to build it up to 3 or 4 times a week, and that will help your skin renewal and help your skin to act like a younger looking skin. The other thing to look at, the third thing to look at in this age group, is to look at your moisturiser. You may need the weight of your moisturiser to be increased. You may need a heavier moisturiser if your skin is starting to be a little bit drier. If not, then there are plenty of light moisturisers that contain anti-aging ingredients, and that is maybe the way to go if your skin is still on the oily side and you need that extra support in your skin, but not you don't need a heavier weight moisturiser. There's plenty out there that we can help you with that. Fourth thing is to continue with your sunscreen 365 days a year. That helps to avoid pigmentation and helps to avoid the pigmentation getting any worse. So if you are starting to get signs of pigmentation, that is generally going to get worse the older you get. So the younger you start putting that SPF on your skin and protecting it from the UVA and the UVB rays every single day, it will stop that coming through quite so intensely. So they're my top tips for you. The key ingredient key ingredients I would say you need to be looking for right now, if you're in your 30s, is vitamin C. Vitamin C is a brilliant product, and it comes supported with other products like vitamin E to make sure that it actually gets absorbed by our skin. Now, the vitamin C serum that Alemia do has a white paper on it, and it reduces the wrinkle depth by 9% in 56 days, and I'm sure some of my ladies on here will tell you what a wonderful product that is, and it really helps to improve the look of your skin, the tone of your skin. It improves radiance and it helps to reduce pigmentation marks. So all round, it's a very light, watery consistency, so it's not going to make your skin break out. It will just get absorbed by your skin and work on your collagen stores deeper in the skin. I will do a whole live on the vitamin C and E. The second ingredient that you need to look for in this age group is hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a great anti-aging ingredient, and it will hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water, and so it's very hydrating. It will smooth and make our skin look more radiant and smoother and more plumped. It hydrates, but with water, with retaining the water rather than adding more oil. So they're my 2 top tips for the ingredients today.